Hey over there, Joe Lunchbox.
And Joy Nightingale.
And today we've landed upstate New York in the Hudson Valley. Now we're going to go walk around a few towns, explore, and we're searching for some magic today. Now, what I mean by that is we're looking for some roadside oddities. Some of my classics, maybe like Muffler Man. We're trying to find magic like giants and mythical creatures. Maybe even do some science experiments, see some science-y roadside attractions.
It's magic in its own way.
Yeah, and it's going to be fun. We're going to drive around. It ain't taking place in one town. We'll show you where we're going. So step right up. Let's go for this ride. We might have showed our Muffler Man Bunyan style here before, but last time we were here at this BP in Elmsford, he only had no arms. Now he has one arm. And we wanted to share him with you because he got a new arm. He's the first stop in this adventure of magic today. We got a giant. It's a good spot to begin, I think. You might have seen it before, but not with this arm. Makes me happy that he's working a little bit. I understand he can't have the other arm because he's leaning against that pole and it would the sign's sort of bracing him and it wouldn't work with the second arm. Alright, so let's show you, let's pull out the old map. See, I don't use none of that GPS technology stuff. So where are we right now? See, here's Elmsford. So we're starting our car in Elmsford, driving over the Tappan Zee Bridge, heading up the Palisades Parkway, seeing if there's anything to see over here, crossing the mountain to the New York State Thruway. Then we have the drive up to New Paltz, get off, we'll find some more magic here in Rosendale, heading down then this route 209. We'll end the trip around here. So we'll see everything that we can find along that route fits into this magical fantasy, roadside oddities, fun stuff like that you might not know of, and they're cool to check out. So we're approaching the Governor Mario M. Cuomo Bridge. We're gonna start it in Elmsford, New York, crossing over the Hudson River to get to our next destination. And I still call this bridge the Tappan Zee Bridge, even though it is the Governor Mario M. Cuomo Bridge. It's a nice bridge, though. So we made our way to the town of Stony Point. Now I just have one question. You know what's better than one Muffler Man?
What?
Two Muffler Men. We're about to go find another one. Here at Boy Scout Camp Ulawa. That guy is huge. We have another Bunyan Muffler Man with a big axe. Next spot on this day of magic, walking around upstate New York, or driving around. We're walking now, seeing all the roadside oddities. We came to this interesting structure behind us. Up in this area, we're in a town called Rosendale. There used to be some old mining. I don't know if that was what this was or what these tunnels were originally made for, but they are cool. But we didn't come here for these old closed up tunnels. We came here for old railroads. Well, not really old railroads. You see there's an old railroad bridge trestle here that they turned to a walking path. And that's what we came to see. See this view. The train trestle overlooks the town. So we're going to go take a little hike, see it, get a magical view. Now, before we get started though, I do want to do a science experiment. You see, I don't know if there's any real truth to this or not, but ever since I've been a little boy, on the fall and spring equinoxes, I was told you could bounce an egg on those days.
Yep.
You're not supposed to be able to bounce them any other days. I've seen people bounce eggs other days. So I don't know if there's any truth to what I'm saying or not. But since I've been little...
It was a fun little thing that we did.
Yeah. And still to this day, every year on the spring and fall equinox, I bounce an egg. So before we head out to this train trestle, the day of filming this, it is the spring equinox. And I brought my egg from home. So let's try to bounce this egg. We never bounced it on a picnic table before though. We might have to move to the cement ground underneath.
Oh no.
Or not. There it is.
There it was.
Had it for a second spring equinox.
You saw it. Nobody breathe.
If I don't breathe, I die. You can breathe at home. You're not shaking this table like I am. Is it science? Is it magic? Is the gravitational pull of the Earth only good on these 2 days of the year, the spring and fall equinox? I don't know. Is it a real egg? Yes, it is. It is. I was going to crack it. Joy's wearing this white dress. She doesn't want me to crack it.
Yeah,
But, but there you have it. We had a little magic with my egg. If only it was 100 degrees, I could fry it and eat it because I'm a little hungry. But now it's time to take a little hike. Go see this train trestle. Supposedly there's some scientific properties that happen on it. Hopefully it's working. It's not love in the air. Hopefully there's some static in the air. It's gonna be interesting. I gotta pack up my egg. If you didn't believe it was real, I brought another one in case I cracked the first one. Just north and just west of the bridge is where we found the parking today at the Binewater parking, rail trail, and trestle access. And it looks like this trail we're getting on is the Wallkill Valley Rail Trail. I guess they took the old rail line and made a lot bigger trail than we're doing. We're just parked at Binewater and we're going to the trestle. But it starts all the way up in Kingston, going all the way down to Wallkill. It's longer than I thought it was. We have a better map showing the whole trail. But that's what we're going to see. Rosendale Trail is owned by the Wallkill Valley Land Trust. The iconic and historic 940-foot-long steel structure traverses 150 feet over the Roundout Creek. Built in 1896, the trestle reopened for the public use in 2013 and remains a centerpiece of the Wallkill Valley Rail Trail and the town of Rosendale. It is a little bit of a hike once you get on the trail to get to the trestle, but trust me, it is well worth it. Have a cool cave structure on the trail. I love because the cold air coming up from the cave, we still have snow and ice even though it's spring. Anywhere you look around, there is nothing like that. But it manages to keep it right along here. Magical and science all in one. I wonder if I hike down, how deep does it really go? Keeps on going past the snow into that little hole. There could be a whole chamber hidden in there. We wouldn't even know it. As we hike down, we got some more cool ice pieces here. Last Mohicans are on. I always say that one. It's that. If you go fast down little hills, you have less chance, I feel, than falling than trying to slowly go. Found another tunnel with more ice coming out of it. Joy, got any good ice over there?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go see. I like how this is this little trail alongside the paved trail.
Like large icicles hanging from the bottom. Underneath that.
Yep, there's definitely a large ice because it's funny how you can see they melted on the top and still on the bottom.
I like the birch with the snow.
It is pretty, the white birch. It really is fascinating, all the snow. Yesterday's temperature, as we were recording this, was around 71 degrees. Yet we still have snow and ice because of the shadow of the mountain and the cold air coming up from these tunnels underneath here. We made it. We made it to the bridge. It's probably, actually, in all reality, from where we parked, I'm going to say less than a quarter of a mile. You do have a little bit of a walk, but it's a very easy walk. It's one elevation, this whole trail part that we did. So anyone could really get here. There are rules to walking on the trestle, though. Dawn to dusk. Not dusk till dawn. Quentin Tarantino had nothing to do about this. Riders must dismount. That's right. You can be riding horses here. No smoking, and the deck does get slippery, even when it's dry. So, I don't know what does it, but something about the material that they built this with. Walking, it creates major static electricity, and you could sometimes discharge it. Woo! Got a little one. By shocking yourself on the metal. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Did you hear the shock? It's static electric. Wait, if you see Joy's hair, if Joy stops, her hair's starting to stand up on the sides. The static electricity starting to go. In fact, let me let down my hair. I never thought I'd be able to say that again. You believe if you go back to the early videos, I always had a shaved head. I never thought I would have long hair. I mean, I don't here, but you get the point. Well, that's the end of that rubber band. Let's see if walking on this I could create enough static electricity to raise my hair. We'll see. The thing that always is weird to me here also is that big piece of metal. In case some people don't know, I have a magnet in my finger, and I feel this whole bridge as I'm walking with the magnet in my finger. I can feel it. We didn't come here to look at my finger. We came here to look at this bridge and this view. And where we are right now with all these beautiful mountains, we are just south of the Catskills in Shawangunk
Bridge.
Yeah, if you ever hear about rock climbers, they always go to the Gunks. That's a little south and a little west of us. Right west of New Paltz is when the main rock climbing spot's called the Gunks. That's these mountains right over here. I don't know the exact spot where the Catskill ends and these begin. I grew out my hair to make it staticky, but the bridge is making me seem like a liar. We're looking 150 feet down now to the water underneath us as we stand on the trestle. Right down this way is the town of Rosendale. Literally, if we make that, right where the car is coming right now, two white cars, right behind that turn is the town of Rosendale. You can see some of the buildings here. Definitely have a nice view of the church. And then the mountains to the west. And that's where we're heading. We're going to get back in the car, continue down this road to the west to find one of my favorite things we're going to get to share with you all today. So I think we should head there now. Since the static isn't working that good. We got some charges off the metal. But
I think the weather was not agreeing with us
Yeah.
right now.
last time we were here, we had really good static. It was hot summer and humid, and Joy's hair was everywhere. Now it's everywhere because of the wind, not from the static. Nice view of the trellis. We were just up there. So we made our way down Route 213 from Rosendale, Trestle, to the town of, or the hamlet of High Falls. Do you want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because Mama, I'm going no home. I'm going no home. Behind us is a piece of art by a man named Sam Tufnell that on April 8th, 2017 made Gnome Mountain. All these multicolored garden gnomes. It looks like some sort of resin. And we're here in the day. At night, they all light up and you can see them from everywhere. To me, they remind me of giant gummy bears, and I personally want to eat all these gnomes. Like I picture this one being lemon. Maybe an apple. Blue raspberry, perhaps? Oh. But this thing is epic from when you're coming down the street. This is one of those odd things. I've learned about this a few years ago, but when it was first made, I didn't know it existed. We enjoyed, we're driving down this road, exploring, and we just stumbled upon Gnome Mountain. Backed away to get the footage of all of them from up top. See how high they are? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 gnomes. Oh, lucky 13. All just positioned on this mountain. You can see they all came from the same mold. They're all standing with their hands in like a praying position. And right in front of Gnome Mountain, we actually have another piece of art. I don't know who made this. We have a scrap metal archer pulling back on that arrow. Lips puckered, eyes concentrating. It's a nice bell. It's crazy the random stuff of like make stuff like this, like a rake, a bell, car parts, I don't know. We have some shovels down here. I think the bow actually though is a real bow. The arrow's not. I just lost Joy. Where did she go? All I see is these 4 gnomes in this praying position. Joy, where are you? Where are you, Joy? I hope she comes. I'm gonna drive away. Joy, where are you? Oh, that was Joy all along. So Joy.
What?
We saw 2 giant Muffler Men.
We did.
And we just saw 13 little resin acrylic-y gnomes, cool colored.
They were tiny.
So we saw gnomes and we saw giants. What was it for our last spot? We combined them both.
A giant gnome?
Oh, I think I know where we can find one of those.
Oh, let's go.
Okay. A little down the road of Gnome Mountain. On this site stood Robert Oknos, who thought that global warming would not affect him in his lifetime. Education Department, 2006. Another site. On this site stood Rye Brewer. Typical American teen, by the age of 18, he witnessed over 30,000 murders on TV. Scary signs, these educational signs. How I was saying you stumble upon stuff, so right over here, that's Gnome Mountain on the other side of this big chair. We were just reading the sign here, but I'm walking by these stores and I really want to know what alien development is, because we have a neon sign or a neon light next to the Beware of Aliens sign. And just so you see, they're filming me as I'm filming them. I don't know what happens at alien development. Last thing we're gonna hit is Kelder's Farm. When we left Troll Mountain, we continued down that road. It comes to an end, we made a left. And far down on the left-hand side, Kelder's Farm. We told you we're gonna see. We saw giants, we saw gnomes. We're gonna combine it right now. And we found it. The world's largest garden gnome. This thing is huge. Joy, go stand next to it. Just so you can see, Joy, my lovely wife, is about 5'7", and that garden gnome is way bigger than she is. In fact, it is 13 and a half feet tall. Now this garden gnome was built in 2006. Then it was that's why it doesn't say the world's largest garden gnome now. If you read it, the original world's largest garden gnome. Since 2006, 2 more garden gnomes have been built that are bigger than this, but it could say the world's original, the original world's largest garden gnome. They can't take that away from him. And now this garden gnome was built by a woman named Maria Riedelbach, or Bach, Riedelbach, sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, I'm terrible at pronunciation. It fascinates me. I started doing research into her as an artist, and besides building this large garden gnome, what they call Chomsky, she also built this mini golf course at this farm we are at. Right now we're at Kelder's farm. The point of this one is a lot of the landscape around it is edible, and it's teaching about eating local and stuff like that. And I love art about this kind of stuff. Just to show you how cool it is, when I was a little boy, my dad worked at just south of the George Washington Bridge in New York City, a sewage treatment plant they built. He was an electrician for Local 3, and he built a park on top of it. She actually designed a carousel that was there, and years before that, she actually made a book about Mad Magazine. So, cool artist in my book. It's weird how I do stuff, because I don't know all these facts. I just try to learn. So when I know we're going to see something, we do some research, find out some history. And like this one, I'm like, oh, it's just a garden gnome. I thought it would just be a local artist. But then you start digging deeper into what this artist done. When she was an author, the art, I want to say philanthropy, but helping communities and the farm eating fresh, eating local. Fascinates me. We just wanted to come and share the world's largest garden gnome. And then talking about eating local, I was like, we need a spot to park, and I saw Helena Specialty Food and Pierogies, and you know what? It's a good spot to end this video. I think I'm gonna get a pierogi or 2 at Helena's Specialty Food Pierogies, and then call it a day.
Are we eating that one?
This looks good. We're gonna try some horseradish and some with onion. Definitely have some good flavors to choose from. They don't have all the flavors all the time. We got lucky. These are the potato and horseradish. Just came out. Joy's divvying them up for us to try. So if you're around here, you want to check them out. There they are.
Okay. Anything else? Smell the horseradish.
No, we're good. Joy, what's your first bite of potato,
And
horseradish, pierogies?
I love it. I kind of want to have it where because they were saying if with the horseradish, if you're the first person that calls them, it's however that you like it.
Yeah, they make a big batch. This is middle of the road
this
spicy.
This is middle. I want it a little bit hitting your sinus.
No, I think it's delicious because the potato still shines through, the horseradish shines through. And the pierogi itself is so tender and smooth.
I love how they're also super thick.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is a good way to end our video exploring the Hudson Valley.
I think so.
Yeah, this is the way to end the day. Pierogies are one of my favorite food. My nana used to make the food. She would buy pre-frozen ones. So whenever you get a chance to get fresh pierogies, I always take that opportunity. We got the horseradish heat now. We're bringing home some farmer cheese and potato, and the potato and onion ones as well. So I'm gonna have a nice feast later. Like Joy was saying, you taste the horseradish, but it blends with the potatoes, so it has that heavy, normal pierogi potato flavor, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful taste. I love this. Big hearty food. It's just nice in my belly. It's gonna make me tired for my 3-hour drive home, but
oh no.
we'll get some more coffee and take a nap somewhere. But yeah, this Helena Specialty Foods, yeah, I would definitely recommend coming here and eating some pierogies. And now I'm gonna go eat some more pierogies. So there you have it, a day of magic looking at Roadside Oddities and magic in my stomach after eating those pierogies. It's a great way to end the day exploring upstate. I mean, we saw a bunch of things. We saw some Muffler Man. We saw 2 gnome exhibits. We walked across the old Rosendale Trestle, which is the old train trestle, now a walking park. I mean, pierogies. I think that's the way to do a day, right?
Oh, yeah.
How do you like this when we do these? Because, like, we usually do big attractions, but the days we just drive around and show you little things. Because we want to document them, but they're weird because they don't fit as a whole video. So we want to mush them together based on areas to give you a sense of fun, smaller roadside attractions and roadside oddities. Hopefully you like it. If you do, give a comment down below, and while you're at it, so there's a little button down there too that says subscribe. You can hit that and like the video.
Oh, yeah.
All those things. We really appreciate it. It helps us out. We're still just getting started and hope to inspire the world to see all this fun stuff around. So I think we can call it though.
I think so.
Roadside Oddities, looking for magic in the Hudson Valley. Been there, done that. Remember, folks, safe travels.
Good eats.
And live life. So good. Come get pierogies. The food is delicious. And I like food, so when it's delicious, I'll admit it. I eat stuff that's not delicious and I'll eat it. But no, this was delicious. So good.